All right, time now for a check of our top stories, and we start today in Puerto Rico, where a Puerto Rican table tennis player, Adriana Diaz, is ranked 11th best in the world, and her sister, as a doubles player, takes the 5th best spot. Our Francis Felix had the chance to talk to them about all of their achievements, along with how they're preparing for upcoming tournaments.
Puerto Rican table tennis player Adriana Diaz is in the 11th position of the world ranking in this sport. With her sister Melanie, they move up to the 5th position in the doubles category. How was the moment when you received the news that you were the 11th in the world ranking? Tell us the story.
Well, I was very happy, and also I was very in shock because it's been like a huge thing for us, for athletes. Like being top 11th is just like amazing feeling, and yeah, I feel just motivated and really happy.
In the training center of table tennis in Utuado, Zaida Nieves Andujar, that have the name of her grandmother, Adriana Diaz and her sister Melanie prepared themselves with other players doing tournament simulations. Mental focus, preparation, and desire to give the maximum in the playing field are visible characteristics during their training. The coach and dad Vladimir Diaz give instructions to the players and watch over their training. The 11th position in the world ranking is the best classification achieved by the Utuadeña in her table tennis career. In a ranking dominated by the Asians, Adriana is the only representation of the occidental part of the hemisphere. How many hours of training?
Well, around 5 or 6, depends on the day, but mostly from Monday till Saturday we're practicing.
I heard about Paris in 2024.
Well, Paris 2024 is the dream. You want to get there. Olympics are always very, very important to every athlete, and I think that if I'm gonna go, that I want to go to represent Puerto Rico in the Olympics, I want to do my best, and that's why I'm preparing right now. Is always looking to the Olympics and to the most important tournaments. So yeah, I just want to qualify to the Olympics and represent my country again.
5th position with your sister in doubles category. Melanie, how do you feel?
We're very excited about this. Doubles was never something we were focused on. We were mostly focused on team events and singles, but being in the 5th position in the world makes us very proud, and we now want to work even more in that category.
What things in terms of training are you making different now with the coming tournament that will be now in February?
Now we're trying to play more doubles in the practice and focus on more doubles exercises so that we can be in our best shape to play those tournaments.
What other goals you have in double?
Well, I really would like to get a world championship medal with her. This is my dream, so I really hope it comes true.
Yeah.
The Diaz sisters are focusing their practice for their debut this year in the WTT Contender Tournament in Oman, scheduled to be at the end of this month. From Utuado, Puerto Rico, Frances Felix.
All right, thanks so much, Francis. Well, switching gears now to the Turks and Caicos, where Hotel and Tourism Association launched the newest edition of its tourism magazine. It showcases everything that Turks and Caicos has to offer. Our One Caribbean News' Deandra Hamilton reports.
People and the product, the theme for the 16th edition of the Destination magazine launched by the Turks and Caicos Hotel and Tourism Association in January. The launch comes as the TCHTA celebrates its 30th anniversary. According to Executive Director Stacy Cox, the magazine represents and showcases Turks and Caicos destinations.
Destination is known for its breathtaking Turks and Caicos imagery and has become a conversation piece in people's home.
During the virtual launch, the team expressed that the 16th edition has blown everyone away, making the biggest impression, well, the cover.
About it is so dynamic, it's so provocative and creative, and I don't think anything could better represent the diversity of who we are and what we are than what this cover does.
Karen Witt, lead on marketing for the Hotel and Tourism Association, added that the magazine's pages allow the curious to dive deeper into the culture and community. And Cox emphasized that the magazine is not just any book.
Any book. This book represents Destination Turks and Caicos, not only locally, but this is distributed to our U.S., our Canadian, our UK offices, and anywhere that brand TCHTA represents the destination locally and internationally.
The magazine was produced in-house for the second time, featuring 8 writers, 6 of whom were new. To share the Turks and Caicos showcase, distribution is key.
Within our membership, we have approximately 3,500 rooms, so that will give an opportunity for at least 2 turnovers for the distribution of the books.
And in addition to the physical magazines, the TCHTA added a QR code, branded flash drives, tent cards, and social media to their distribution avenues. Cox said this is to ensure anyone, anywhere, gets to access the TCHTA's Destination magazine.
And that was our Deandra Hamilton reporting there. Well, meantime, Guyana's Minister of Education, Priya Manikand, said new and existing programs and policies of the government will see the recovery of the education sector. She announced that the government will be moving to provide free extra lessons to students at all levels this year. Now, during her budget debate contribution on Wednesday afternoon, Minister Manikand said the move is in response to the effects the COVID pandemic has had on students who were away from their physical classrooms for more than a year. Now, she said the government needed to come up with a new strategy to address the issue of learning loss before the end of 2022. The minister anticipates that all students will have access to electricity and internet, as well as the Guyana Learning Channel to aid the delivery of education.
We are investing in learning recovery by expanding the Learning Channel. In the article that you'll see on your desks, one of the things they're suggesting should happen strongly is extra tuition and extra hours, what we call lessons. The government of Guyana, the PPPC government of Guyana, is preparing itself to give the entire school population lessons through the Learning Channel, through the radio. This budget is preparing us for that. So when you come here and say you don't know how this budget is going to help with learning loss, then there's no line item named learning loss. It's the policies and programs we have put in place that will help recovery, that will fund the recovery of the children in this country.
And now the education minister also noted that the government's school reopening strategy has been very consistent with the rest of the world, with more and more countries allowing the gradual reopening of school for in-person learning. Now, she also has pledged this year to expand the school feeding program. Additionally, it was announced that the transportation service for students will also be expanded.